Hello friends, last time we have explained about the basic stains. Today we are going to explain second type of stains or the dyes, that is acidic stains, which are also called as cytoplasmic stains. The chromophoric group of acidic stains is an anion. The net charge on the anion of acidic stain is negative. Such stains have a greater combining capacity at acidic pH. Acidic stains are used for the staining of cytoplasmic materials like proteins or certain other cell organelles. Acidic stains are used as salt of sodium or potassium and are neutral or slightly alkaline in a reaction. These may have nitro or quinide group. Nitro group, that is NO2, or quinide group, that is O double bond with a benzene ring and again double bond O as a chromophoric group. We know the chromophoric group is responsible for giving particular color to the stain, and the second group, that is the oxochrome group, is responsible for the attachment of the stain to the material, biological material, or the tissues or organelles which are to be stained, called as the oxochrome groups. So oxochrome group is responsible for attachment of the stain to the material on the slides, and chromophoric group is responsible for giving particular color to the stain. The oxochrome groups of the acidic stain that combine with the proteins of cytoplasm may be hydroxyl group, carboxyl group, or a sulfonic group. The reaction here is said to be a basic, a substance which shows affinity for acidic stain is known as acidophilic. For example, proteins of the cytoplasm. So proteins of the cytoplasm, they have affinity with the acidic stains and thus are called as acidophilic. So proteins of the cytoplasm, they are acidophilic and can be stained with the acidic stains or the dyes. Most of the proteins found in the cytoplasm retain a positive charge. Most of the proteins found in the cytoplasm retain a positive charge, so that acid dyes like eosin remain attached to them. Means the acid dyes or the stain like eosin having negative charge, and the proteins of the cytoplasm are having positive charge. So there is a reaction between positively charged proteins with the negatively charged eosin like acidic stain. It is believed that cytoplasmic staining is primarily due to proteins or charged groups on the side chains of the amino acids forming the proteins. Proteins are the polymers or the chains of amino acid containing N-terminal group having NH2 or NH group on one end and a terminal carboxy group on other side. In addition, amino acid side chains may have either NH group or COOH group, that is amino group or carboxylic group. They can be positively or negatively charged. The proteins possessing polymer or the chain of amino acid having amino and COOH group or carboxylic group together on the same amino acid. So ultimately, the proteins or the side chains of the proteins may have negative charge or the positive charge on either ends of the protein. So they can be positively or negatively charged, and this charge is pH dependent. This charge is pH dependent. As proteins can carry positive or negative charge, they are said to be amphoteric. Amphoteric means the compound or the protein having both the groups, amino group as well as carboxylic group at a time, and thus are called as amphoteric. But the reaction between the stain and the biological material or the protein occurs on the basis of the pH in the medium. If the pH in the medium is acidic, then it can have the affinity with the acidic dyes, and if the medium having pH more than 6 or the alkaline pH, then the material or the protein will have the affinity with a basic stain or the nuclear stain, and thus become a basophilic. Then another important point, that is isoelectric point. It is the point where the positive and negative charges of the proteins are equal. It is the point where the positive and negative charges are equal, called as isoelectric point. The isoelectric point is approximately appears at or 6 pH. Below pH 6, the net charge is positive. Below pH 6, the net charge on the particular protein is a positive, attracting anionic dyes or the acidic dyes. Above pH 6, the net charge is negative. Above pH 6, the net charge is negative and thus attracting cationic dyes or the basic dyes. The substances, the substances or the proteins attracting basic dyes are called as basophilic, and those attracting acidic dyes are called as acidophilic. Isoelectric point is the pH at which the net charge of any protein is neutral. The net charge on the protein is a neutral. Isoelectric point is the pH at which the net charge of any protein is neutral, and that is 6. So isoelectric point of the protein, as the most of the proteins, they are having amino acids or the chain of amino acids possessing both amino group or carboxylic group to either ends, and thus are said to be amphoteric. And the reaction between the stain or the dye and the protein only taking place only in a presence of a respective pH range. So whenever the pH in the medium or in the tissue, when the pH in the medium or in the tissues is below 6, then net charge is positive and thus attracting anionic dyes or the acidic dyes, and above pH 6, the net charge is negative and attracting cationic dyes or the basic dyes. So this is what the difference of the pH responsible for the reaction between acidic dyes and basic dyes with the biological preparations or the materials or the proteins. So the substances attracting basic dyes are called as basophilic, and those attracting acidic dyes are called as acidophilic. Isoelectric point is the pH at which the net charge on any protein is neutral, and that pH is approximately a 6. So at the pH 6 in the medium or in the material, there is an isoelectric point, or the net charge on the protein is neutral and thus can bind with the neutral dyes or the dyes or the stains having a combining capacity at a neutral range or the neutral charge. If tissue sections are placed in a solution below pH 6, if tissue sections on the slides, glass slides, are placed in a solution below pH 6, the cytoplasmic proteins will develop a predominance of the positive charge and will then attract a negatively charged dye or the stain such as eosine. So when the sections or the tissue sections on the slides are placed in the solution below pH 6, that is acidic pH, below pH 6, that is acidic pH, the cytoplasmic proteins will develop a predominance of the positive charge on them and thus will then attract or will have affinity with a negatively charged stain or the dye like eosin, acid pushin, methyl blue, eosin, picric acid, orange G, Congo red, Bismarck brown, fluorescein and aniline blue. These are the examples of the acidic stains with a negative charge. So first we will explain about the eosin. Eosin is a xanthine group of the dye and derived from fluorescein. It is a commonly used stain for staining the cytoplasm of the cell. Eosin is a acidic stain. It is a xanthine group of stain and is derived from fluorescein and is commonly used for the staining of cytoplasm of the cells or the cytoplasmic contents of the cell. Eosin Y, which is a yellowish or a yellow eosin, eosin Y is readily soluble in water and less soluble in alcohol. A 0.2% solution in a 95% alcohol is generally used for the counter staining or double staining the sections in which nuclei are stained blue with a hematozydine. Crystals or thymol or a few drops of formalin are added to prevent the growth of fungal molds in the stain. From stock solution, 1% eosin is usually prepared as a working solution, that is 1 ml of eosin stock solution in 90 ml of water. Eosin imparts or gives a bright, clear pink color to the cytoplasmic material. Cell membranes and extracellular structures interfering with the blue color of the chromatin stain. So eosin gives a bright or a clear pink color to the cytoplasmic materials or cytoplasmic organelles or the proteins. So eosin is the acidic stain having negative charge and it reacts with the biological material and giving pink color with the biological components or the materials with a positive charge. So the reaction between uh, acidic stain or the eosin in the pH range below 6 or in the acidic pH range, the eosin reacts with the tissues or organelles or various components of the cell or cytoplasm or the cytoplasmic contents and gives a bright or a clear pink color to the cytoplasmic materials and this happens due to the negative charge of the acidic stain and positive charge of the tissues or the cell organelles. Then second acidic stain, that is Congo red. Congo red is the sodium salt of 3 dash biphenyl 4 dash dildiazine 2 1 dial bis 4 amino naphthalene 1 sulfonic acid. So this is what a chemical formula of the Congo red. So Congo red is the sodium salt of 3 dash biphenyl 4 dash dialdehyde 2 1 dial bis 4 amino naphthalene 1 sulfonic acid. So this is what the chemical, we need not to bother actually about the chemical formula, but Congo red is a sodium salt of the this particular chemical and it is a secondary diazo dye. It is a secondary diazo dye. Congo red is acidic dye or stain and is water soluble but better soluble in organic solvents such as ethanol. It is a secondary diazo dye. Congo red is a acidic dye and is water soluble but better soluble in organic solvents such as ethanol. It has a strong non-covalent affinity to cellulose fibers. It has a strong non-covalent affinity to cellulose fibers. Due to color change, due to color change from blue to red at pH 3 to 5.2, Congo red can also be used as a pH indicator due to color change from blue to red in the pH range 3 to 5.2. So, at the pH range from 3 to 5.2, the Congo red shows the color transformation from blue to red and thus can be used as a pH indicator also. And it is having a non-covalent affinity to the cellulose fibers. In biochemistry and histology, Congo red is used to stain microscopic preparations, especially the cytoplasm and the erythrocytes. In biochemistry and histology, Congo red is used to stain microscopic preparations, especially the cytoplasm and erythrocytes. So, Congo red is a acidic dye. It is also having negative charge and it is having strong affinity, non-covalent affinity with cellulose fibers. It shows the color change from blue to red at pH 3 to 5.2 and thus Congo red can also be used as a pH indicator and it is usually used for the staining of cytoplasm and erythrocytes in the microscopic preparations or the tissue slides. Composition of the Congo red 0.5 gram, Congo red 0.5 gram, distilled water 95 ml and ethanol 10 ml. So these are the different chemicals which are used for the preparation of the Congo red. Ethanol 10 ml, distilled water 95 ml and actual chemical Congo red 0.5 gram. So 0.5 gram of the Congo red is dissolved in 95 ml of distilled water together with 10 ml of the ethanol. Then third acidic stain, that is acid fuchsin. Acid fuchsin is used to stain collagen, smooth muscles or mitochondria. So these are the cell organelles. Mitochondria are the cell organs. Then smooth muscles are again one of the type of muscle, and the collagen, these are also the collagen fibers or the protein fibers. So acid fuchsin is used for the staining of these materials of the cells, collagen, smooth muscle or mitochondria. It is generally used as a cytoplasmic stain in a Mallory's trichrome method. It imparts red color to the collagen fibers and the cytoplasm. So it stains or it gives red color to the collagen fibers or the cytoplasm or the cytoplasmic contents while it's staining. Acid fuchsin is generally employed in a 0.2 to 1% aqueous solution as a primary stain in a Mallory's triple stain. It stains cytoplasm in a varying shades or different shades of the pink color. Acid fuchsin stains the cytoplasm or the cytoplasmic contents in a variable shades of the pink color. Composition of the acid fuchsin 3.5 gram, glacial acetic acid 250 ml, distilled water 750 ml. So this is the chemical composition of the stain acid fuchsin, that is 3.5 gram acid fuchsin, glacial acetic acid 250 ml and distilled water 750 ml. So these are three chemicals used for the preparation of the acid fuchsin. So this is about the three type of or three examples of the acidic stains such as eosin, Congo red and the acid fuchsin. Now we'll explain the third type of stains, that is vital stains. So already we have explained basic stains or the nuclear stains, then acidic stains or cytoplasmic stains, and now third, we'll explain the vital stains. Vital stains are used for the staining of living cells or the tissues or the organisms or the even organelles of the cells or the organism. So, vital stains are used for the staining of living cells or the tissues or even live organisms, usually smaller invertebrate organism like paramecium, so as to study the process of cyclosis of the food vacuole in the paramecium. Will use the vital staining method uh, by using the Congo red. Congo red is also a uh, vital stain and can be used for the staining of the paramecia so as to study the process of cyclosis, that is cyclosis of the food vacuoles in the cytoplasm of the paramecium. Or even Janus green bee can also be used for the staining of mitochondria in a living condition. So vital stains are used for the staining of living cells or the living tissues or even small living organisms or the invertebrate organisms so as to study the various mechanisms like cyclosis or staining of the mitochondria also. This stain helps in the detection of cell structures and chemical materials in the cells. This stain helps in the detection of cell structures or study of cells or study of cell components such as food vacuoles or the mitochondria of the cells, as we have explained earlier. So this stain helps in a detection of the cell structures and chemicals or the materials in a cell. Janus green bee is a vital stain. Janus green bee is a vital stain used for staining mitochondria in a living cells. So this stain is having green color. This stain is green in color in its oxidized state. So, in oxidized state, Janus green bee have the green color. In a oxidized state of the Janus green bee having a green color but becomes colorless in its reduced state. But become colorless in its reduced state, due to which it is used for staining of mitochondria. When living cells are exposed to Janus green bee, the stain gets reduced, colorless in the cytoplasm, but gets oxidized in the mitochondria by the enzyme cytochrome oxidase. So, when the mitochondria are alive or the cells are alive or uh, in a working process of the oxidation or oxidation reaction. So when the mitochondria are live or undergoing the process of oxidation, at that time, when the stains getting entry into the mitochondria, so enzyme cytochrome oxidase will react with the Janus green bee and the color of the stain or the color of the mitochondria becomes green. When the stain enters the cell, when Janus green bee enters the cell in the and when it is in a cytoplasmic contents, it shows its reduced state, and thus Janus green bee will have a colorless nature. So, in cytoplasmic contents or in the cytoplasm, Janus green bee appears to be colorless, and this is due to the reduced state of the Janus green bee. But when the Janus green bee enters the mitochondrion, and due to the reaction between the enzyme cytochrome oxidase and the Janus green bee, the color of Janus green bee get changed from colorless to green, indicating that the cell is live or the mitochondria is performing its role in the oxidation of the Janus green bee. due to its live nature. So as to identify whether the particular cell is live or the dead, that can be determined. So with the help of Janus Green B, we can determine whether the particular tissue is alive or dead. That can also be identified or detected uh, with the staining of the Janus Green B in the together with the living cells or the living tissues or even in a living organism. So when living cells are exposed to Janus Green B, the stain gets reduced or colorless in the cytoplasm, but get oxidized in the mitochondria by the enzyme cytochrome oxidase. Thus, mitochondria appear green in the colorless cells. Thus, mitochondria becomes green in color in the colorless cells and are maintained in this state as long as cell remains alive, and this remains in a green color. So a mitochondria appears green color as long as the cells remain alive. So this is what about the vital staining or the staining of actual mechanism of the staining of the living cells or the mitochondria with a Janus Green B. Now we'll explain the method of preparation or the various properties of the Janus Green B. This is a basic aniline dye. Janus Green B is a basic aniline dye. Solubility of the stain in the water is 5.18% and 1.10% in a alcohol. So this is solubility of the Janus Green B. Solubility of the Janus Green B in water is 5.18% in water and 1.12% in a alcohol. It can be employed either in a strong solution in a small amount or a very dilute solution in a normal saline for intravenous injections. It is used for staining nerves intravitally and selective granules in the cell. It is recommended for staining mitochondria in a living cells and the flagella of the protozoa. Composition of the Janus Green B: 0.001 to 0.41 gram, 0.001 to 0.41 gram, 41 gram, 0.41 gram in a physiological saline 100 ml. So this is the composition of the Janus Green B. So Janus Green B is prepared by using the physiological saline with a variable range. So Janus Green B and its concentration may be uh, with a range of 0.001 to 0.41 gram in a 100 ml of physiological saline. So these are the various concentrations, may be dilute or concentrated. So this is the range of the actual chemical, 0.001 to 0.41 gram in a physiological saline of 100 ml. Mitochondrial matrix. Mitochondrial matrix consists mainly of proteins and lipids, and membranes are high in insoluble proteins, phospholipids, and insoluble enzyme content. There are many enzymes present in mitochondria. One of these is cytochrome oxidase. So mitochondrial matrix or the mitochondria consisting mainly of proteins and lipids and membranes with a high insoluble proteins, phospholipids, and insoluble enzyme contents. So these are the various components of the mitochondrial matrix, that is variety of proteins and lipids and the membranes with a high in insoluble proteins, phospholipids, and insoluble enzyme contents. And there are many enzymes present in the mitochondria. One of these is cytochrome oxidase. Janus Green B, when applied in a dilute solution, enters the cells and is reduced in the cytoplasm and become colorless, called as a liquid dye. So Janus green B, when passing through the cytoplasm of the cell, it is reduced and thus become colorless. But when it enters the mitochondria, when Janus green B vital stain enters the mitochondria, it is specifically reoxidized to its original color, that is green or blue, and for this the cell must be kept alive during the experiment. So the process of oxidation of the Janus green bee occurs only in presence of cytochrome oxidase of the mitochondria in a live state of the cell or in a live state of the mitochondria. Otherwise, the color of the Janus green bee will remain colorless even in the mitochondrial matrix or in the mitochondria if there is no process of oxidation of the Janus green bee taking place. So if there is a oxidation, process of oxidation of the Janus green bee under the influence of enzyme cytochrome oxidase in the mitochondria, the color of Janus green bee gets changed again from colorless to green, which is its original color of the stain. Then second type of stain, that is neutral red, which is also called as a neutral dye or a neutral stain, but is also working as a vital stain. So neutral red is a slightly basic dye and a pH indicator. Neutral red is a slightly basic dye and a pH indicator. It is yellow in a basic solutions and red in a slightly acidic solutions. It is yellow in a basic solutions and red in a slightly acidic solutions. It is used in a histochemistry as a vital or a supravital dye. Neutral red is also a vital dye similar to Janus green bee or the Congo red, and thus it can be used for the staining of the living tissues or the cells. So it is used in a histochemistry as a vital or supravital dye. This dye may be applied to living tissue in a dilutions from 1 as to 10,000 to 1 as to 1 lakh in a physiological saline solution. It may be applied as a film. It may be applied as a film with or without Janus green. In general, this stain has an affinity for cytoplasmic granules and cytoplasmic inclusions in the living cells and staining the nuclei only as the cell dye and staining the nucleus only as the cell dye. Neutral red or toluene red, neutral red stains neutral substance red. Neutral red or toluene red stains neutral substance in a red color. So whenever the materials, cytoplasmic materials or the components, they are neutral, having neutral charge, which get red colored or which get stained with a red color in presence of neutral red. So neutral red gives red color to the neutral substances and it is usually used as a counter stain and it is usually used as a counter stain in combination with other dyes. So this is about the uh, neutral red, which can also be used as a vital stain. So neutral red is also a neutral stain having both the charges, that is a positive charge as well as negative charge. So this is also amphoteric. Neutral red is also amphoteric stain and having affinity in a affinity with the materials in a acidic medium as well as in a alkaline medium. So neutral red having combining capacity with the materials in the acidic pH as well as basic pH, or this may have yellow color in basic solutions and red color in the acidic solutions. So it can stain the neutral substances or the materials with a red color. So neutral red gives red color to the neutral substances of the cells or the cellular components. So it is usually used as a counter stain in combination with the other dyes. So this is what about the vital stains, that is Janus green B and the neutral red, and also the acidic stains such as eosin, then Congo red and the acid fuchsin. So today we have explained these 5 examples, that is 3 examples of the acidic stains and the 2 examples, that is Janus green B and the neutral red, of the vital stains or the neutral stains. So today we'll stop here, and next time we'll explain the remaining point from the topic, that is micrometry. Thank you.